Oh, yes! How's it going, Renegades, and welcome back. I am Dusty Mac, and thank you for joining me on another REN Reaction Wednesday, and today we are finally finishing off the Money Game Trilogy. Parts 1 and 2, we're really speaking to the working class, because currently we are in a class war, and our class consciousness is starting to awaken when we realize, it's not us versus ourselves to try to scrape our way to the top. It's them keeping us down. And Ren has just been talking about it and bringing it to light so beautifully. And I've heard from a lot of people that part 3 is really where he just brings it all home. And it's 9 minutes. This is like a magnum opus or something. Like this is his Freebird. And by the way, just before we start, there's like 2.2 thousand people who don't like this song. The fuck? Is it 2.2 thousand capitalists? Probably. But before we go ahead and start this, remember, if you guys like this video and want to keep seeing more just like it, please make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe and hit that little bell in the corner because it'll tell you when my next video comes out, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you guys want to support the channel financially, the Patreon and everything else is down below. And with the Patreon, you're going to get these reactions full length in a week or months before the YouTube audience, as well as some patron exclusive movies, series, and polls. So if any of that interests you, please go check that out, and if not, they'll be on YouTube soon. And yeah, I guess without any further ado, let's go ahead and finish the Money Game Trilogy. This is the Money Game Part 3. Let's do it. As always, real quick, I got me some gamer subs. This is Happy Banana. It's Happy Juice and Banana Propaganda, so it's bananas, apples, and honey. So fucking good. Tickling the ivory at first. Is this actually Ren playing? No way he can play that good. Like, come on. He can't rap, sing, play the guitar, and play the piano like this. It's not fair. No. I like that little Doctor Strange camera turn. Oh. Okay, that's Ren. Or was that Ren playing? God damn, dude. What can't you do? What's up, kitty? Just having that bag over my face would just... the way that he can just do that vibrato with his voice, brings you in.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects detects weaknesses
some
in
Hamilton.
cybersecurity protocols. 17 and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23,
Yes.
a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Oh my God. That was, I wanted to stop it, but the way that the song and the beat was just building, and then like at the end, it just kind of like, like it just falls apart. Because it sounds like he's at the point of his life where, you know, he's on top and all this money and shit's going to him, and then he starts to spend some of it and get a little crazy. Is this just about Elon Musk? Is Elon Musk Jimmy? God damn. I mean, the beat has like a very, I think I said this about one of his other songs too, but he has like a very Nintendo type piano beat, but then there's like these really grimy type bass lines behind it. The way that he has his beats and the way that he raps over them is so damn unique, and it's just it's that's what makes Ren Ren. I don't know. I'm gonna go back just a little bit.
Come rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23,
Right?
a
Like,
life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Like, how can you rap as the beat is slowing down and you're slowing down off beat, but they both line up at the end? Like, he's rapping off beat on purpose, the beat is going off beat on purpose, and they're both not matching, but they match at the end. That is so technically crazy. I don't understand how he can do that. And that's like half of the song. So let's just keep going from here. And by the way, one take? Is this all one take still?
35, he gets the call. I'm sorry son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Okay, so this is like multiple takes, but still. The song and the video were both crazy technical.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Let me just leave you with that. What can I even say about that last part? I mean, it was a song, but it wasn't a song. He was just talking to us. It was like a spoken word poem. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way that we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. We're seeing that right now. Right now, that's what we're seeing. And I know I always talk about American politics, but that's what I live in. That's what I experience daily. And I know that he's talking about the world in general, and to an extent, I am too, because U.S. politics does impact the world. But we're being told now that they're thinking about suspending habeas corpus in the United States. And that makes it so that we can't defend ourselves if we're accused. That makes it so we can't get our due process, our right. This regime is saying that habeas corpus is a privilege when it's a right. We're hyperpolarized. We're always fighting and we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we design. Now that fucking line right there All I care about is truth. In all things, I want to know and believe more true things than false things. That's kind of how I live my life. But some people want to feel more comfortable than know the truth. Because sometimes the truth is an awful thing. Yes, America is dividing the entire world, causing unknown chaos in Palestine and the Sudan. Our grubby little hands are in everything and just throwing money at warlords and dictators and princes, and we subjugate and hold down so many people. And if Americans realize that, that would really skew their brain and make them think about a lot of other things. It's that cognitive dissonance that they go up against and they just can't push through. And then money. Money is just designed. It's fake. It's paper. Paper is worthless, but just put a number and a dead dude on it and it has value. Money's an invention. Politics are from our invention. They all come from people that I mentioned. Borders an invention. Everything is fake. Everything is created. Every word, every belief is created from us. We make these things. We create our own problems and then create other problems to try to solve these problems, which creates more problems. And border's an invention. We're sending people to concentration camps, god damn it, because they're over our border illegally. These are illegal people. No human being born on planet Earth is an illegal. We are all born here. There are no boundaries if you look in outer space. It's mind-numbing that people are just like, there's my border, you can't cross it, that's illegal. Fuck you fucking redneck. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. I really respect this guy named Jacques Fresco. He died a few years ago. He was an advocate for a resource-based economy. That's where we have, and he thought about this in like the 70s and 80s, where we have like an AI, which we're not quite there yet, so don't panic. We have like an AI oversee the Earth's resources, and if they need something here, we'll put it there. But as we have it now, it's just like, oh, I want, gimme. What happens? We destroy environments and just pollute our planet. We could have a utopia if we just put our minds towards building instead of blowing up. And then he ends it at 45, just like his dad, with a 45. So damn poetic. And that just shows you that no matter what, even if you win the money game, there's no winning the money game. You always lose. At the end of the day, I have a line I wrote that I'm really proud of, and it's in a song that I'm writing right now. It goes, 'cause at the end of it, we're all just in a pit, buried deep, and soon they'll all forget. So while you hold a breath, try to blow a kiss and unclench your fist, 'cause only love is how we will persist. And that's it. That's what we are. We all die, and it doesn't matter what we had, 'cause at the end of it, we're in a pit. And then the world moves on. But while we're here, we're just angry and we yell and we want to be seen and loved and heard and feared and all these crazy human emotions all mixed into one, and that creates sometimes monsters, sometimes angels. Humanity is such a kaleidoscope of contradictions, and it all just becomes black and white when we have green involved. And I guess I'll stop this ranting or whatever, but goddamn, this was such a great song and a great trilogy. I think next week I'm going to go through, just listen to it all, 1, 2, and 3, back to back to back. So if you guys want to join me on that, that'd be really awesome. If not, that's cool, because we've already gone over these, but I just want to hear the trilogy into one, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, join me next week for the Money Game Trilogy 1, 2, and 3, and I will see you later. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. I hate ending these. I got to figure out how to do that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.
Manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself.